So today we will discuss the pasteurization process, the pasteurization of food products. As pasteurization was discovered by the Louis Pasteur, hence it is named in honor of Louis Pasteur. The process also known as pasteurization. So initially, he was discovered the uh, he was working on the contamination produced in brine production. He came to know the some unwanted bacteria contaminates the process and produces sour taste. So there were some lactobacilli which causes the contamination along with the yeast and produces uh, different byproduct. So to remove that particular contaminants from the batch of alcohol production, he employed heating process using high temperature to destroy unwanted microorganisms and their enzymes that could reduce quality and or safety of the food event. So this pasteurization have the variable steps like blanching. It is a mild heat treatment that primarily destroy enzymes and reduce microbial load and does not necessarily kill pathogens. Further, preservation method needs to extend shelf life. Example, blanching is used to uh, pasteurize vegetables, frozen and canned foods. So now what is pasteurization? A mild heat treatment used primarily to destroy the pathogenic microorganism, but it also destroys the enzymes and reduce the microbial load. Require an additional preservation method to extend shelf life. Example, refrigeration, drying, etc. So there are commercial sterilizations, a severe heat treatment that destroys the pathogenic and many microorganisms that could spoil food, extend shelf life, room temperature, stable, used for the commercial sterilization, severe heat treatment that destroy the pathogenic and many microorganisms that could spoil food, extend shelf life, room temperature, stable canned foods. Sterilization, a very severe heat treatment that destroys all type of the microorganism. So now we will discuss about the history of pasteurization. So as I told you earlier, the process of pasteurization was named after Louis Pasteur in 1960s, who discovered that spoilage organism could be inactivated by applying heat at temperature below its boiling point. The process was later applied to milk and remains the most important operation in the processing of milk till then. So common milk borne illness during that time were typhoid fever, scarlet fever, septic sore throat, diphtheria, constipation, diarrheal diseases, etc. So these are the common diseases. So now what is pasteurization? Pasteurization involves heating food to temperature that kills disease caused microorganisms and sustainably reduces the level of spoilage organisms. So pasteurization nothing but the heating food material at a temperature that kills this disease causing bacteria, microorganisms and sustainably reduces the level of spoilage organisms. So pasteurization is not intended to kill all microorganisms in the food. Instead, pasteurization aims to reduce the number of viable pathogens so they are unlikely to cause disease. Assuming the pasteurized product is stored as indicated and consumed before its expiration date. Now, heat also destroys enzyme that makes milk spoil, so pasteurized milk drinkable for longer time. So pasteurization used for the milk, it is used for milk, liquid eggs, fruit juices, and beer. Destroy pathogens, reduces microbial load. If microorganisms are present in high number in any type of the milk sample or any other liquid to be pasteurized, inactivate the enzymes and extend shelf life of that particular product. Now pasteurization is used for where we can apply the pasteurization process. First, when more rigorous heat treatments might harm the quality of the product, direct heating, rigorous heat treatment might harm the quality of products. At that time, we can use the pasteurization. When one aim is to kill pathogen, as with the marked milk, when the main spoilage organisms are not very heat resistant, such as the yeast in fruit juices, especially, when the spoilage organism will be taken care of by additional preservatives methods to be employed when competing organisms are to be killed. When competing organisms are to be killed, so so am I audible to you? Okay, then shall I continue? Okay, so uh, we have discussed about where we have to use the pasteurization processes. Next, now what are the objectives of milk pasteurization? The chief objective of the milk pasteurization is to destroy the pathogenic bacteria that could have a public health concern. By destroying this microorganism, the products become safe for public consumption. Secondly, pasteurization eliminates destructive bacteria and enzymes that could cause spoilage of the product. This leads to the prolonged shelf life of the milk. Pasteurization milk is commercially sterile, which means that they are not entirely rid of the bacteria. The pasteurization milk is commercially sterile. Sterile. They don't have pasteurized milk don't have any type of the bacteria, which means that they are not entirely rid of the bacteria. One should compare their preservation with the another method, usually refrigeration. Now, method of the pasteurizations are low temperature holding pressure pasteurization, that is LTH, low temperature long time, that is LTLT, and batch or vat pasteurization. Same, batch vat pasteurization or low temperature holding pasteurization or low temperature long time. Next is high temperature short time, STST, or continuous flow or flash pasteurization, also the same one. Ultra heat treatment or ultra high temperature. So now back, we will discuss about the batch pasteurization, also known as temperature long time pasteurization. So batch pasteurization, also known as low temperature long time pasteurization, heat the milk to 62.8 degree for 30 minutes and rapidly cool to 10 degrees Celsius. What we have to do? We have to heat the milk at 62.8 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes and rapidly cool to 10 degrees Celsius. The extended holding time causes the alteration in the milk protein structure and taste. Extended holding means more than 62.8 degrees Celsius temperature is given to the milk, that may cause the alteration in the milk protein structure and taste even. So in the vat, the milk is heated and held throughout the holding period while being agitated. So we have to agitate it while heating. The milk may be cooled in the vat and removed hot after the holding time is completed for every particle. As the modification, the milk may be partially heated in tubular or plate heater before entering in the vat. This method has very little use for milk, but some use for the very for milk byproduct, cream, chocolates, and special batches. So this is the batch pasteurization unit. STST flat pasteurization. Uh, heat the milk to between 71.7 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds and then rapidly cooled. So these are the some diagrams, heating process diagrams. There are processes. These are the diagrams. So now we will. I'm going to share whiteboard with you. Hi. Um, um, does you able to see the whiteboard on your screen? Please. Text me. Okay. So please, you can put your mic on off. Okay. So this screen, whatever I am going to write here, you will able to see on your screen. Let me know whether you are pasteurization. Does you able to see this drawing? Okay. Okay. Now we will continue our pasteurization PPT. Okay. So in case of the low temperature, we provided the 62.8 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. In high temperature, short temperature time method or flash pasteurization, we have to heat the milk in between 71.7 degrees Celsius to 74 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 seconds only, and then rapidly we have to cool it. So these are some fermenter sterilization instruments. So these are the process. Now, ultra high temperature pasteurization, this is common, completely closed pasteurization method. The product is never exposed even for a fraction of a second during the entire process. It is completely closed pasteurization system. It involves heating milk or cream to between 135 to 150 degrees Celsius, highest temperature, ultra high temperature, just for the 2 seconds. Then chilling it immediately and aseptically packaging it in the uh, hermetic airtight container for storage and all. So these are some slides. Now there are some disadvantages also of pasteurization, high temperature pasteurization. There is possibility of altering of milk proteins. This can affect the properties of the uh, such milk. High temperature inactivates, increasing the risk of spoilage, and high temperature alters the protein structure and impart the cooked flavor of the milk. There are phosphatase test. Alkaline phosphatase is an enzyme which present in the milk but is destroyed at the temperature just near to the pasteurization temperature. Alkaline phosphatase test is used to indicate whether milk has been adequately pasteurized or whether it has been contaminated with raw milk after pasteurization. So this is all about the pasteurization process. Okay. Have a nice day. Bye.